Hi everybody. So today we are talking about lesson 6.5, one-step division equations. We're on page 369 in your workbooks. So over the past few lessons, we've talked about solving equations and we use inverse operations. So to solve a division equation, we would use the multiplication property of equality. We're going to start by writing division equations. Now, this is very similar to what we've done in the past equation problems, picking out the important information, defining a variable, and then translating it into an algebraic equation. Turning to page 370, let's take a look. So Cyrus, Brian, and Michael are sharing a pack of stickers. Each student gets 9 stickers. We're going to write a division equation that can be used to determine the total number of stickers in the pack. So picking out the important information. We know that the total number of stickers divided by the number of students equals the number of stickers each student receives. Now we're going to use S to represent the total number of stickers. So we always start with the total number here, which would be S. We divide by the number of students to get what the students each received, which was 9. So S divided by 3 equals 9 would be the equation we would write here. So let's take a look at example 1. Benji rode his bike from Pittsburgh to Cleveland over the course of a 3-day weekend. So 3 days, that is important. His average distance was 48.5 miles each day, also important. So we know when we write this equation, we're going to take the total amount of miles he rode divided by how many days it took him to ride that distance to get the average of each day. So we're going to take the total distance divided by 3 equals 48.5. Let's use B to represent how much he biked. So when we write our equation, we would say B divided by 3 equals 48.5. Let's take a look at our check here. Sophia has $16.50 to spend on party favors. So this is a total amount. This is probably what's going to start our equation. She wants to spend $2.75 per person. Write a multiplication equation that can be used to find the number of people Sophia can have at the party. This should actually say division. This is a typo. Division equation. Now, we're going to start with $16.50, right? Because that's the total amount. And we are going to divide by the number of people to get $2.75 each. All right, let's take a look at our solving. Now, like we said previously, we can use models, like an example like this. If we were doing x divided by 4 equals 6, x would represent the total amount. We're dividing that total amount by 4, whereas each section would represent 6. Now to solve, we can simply do 4 times 6 to figure out what x is. So 6 times 4 would be 24. X equals 24. Now the other way to do this is use our multiplication property of equality. When we do a problem like this, we simply multiply by whatever we're dividing the variable by, in this case 3, on both sides. When you do that, this would cancel out your 3's to get x by itself. 4 times 3 then would equal 12. So x equals 12. Let's try that with our example 2 here. So if we have x divided by 9 equals 13, I multiply both sides by 9 to get x by itself. 13 times 9 then would be 117. We can always check our equations by putting in whatever we found as the solution back in for the variable. So I'm going to put 117 back in for the variable. If I do 117 divided by 9, I would get 13, so this works. Let's try the same thing down here on your check. Go ahead and do the same thing. You can pause here, see if you get the right answer. So remember, we start by multiplying both sides by what we're dividing by, 17 in this case, and we do 9 times 17, which is 153. X equals 153. We can also do this when we're using fractions. So C divided by 3 is equal to 2/5. What I would do is multiply both sides by 3, which means I have to do 2/5 times 3. Now put that over a 1. multiply straight across, you'd get 6/5, which we can simplify to 1 1/5. I'd like you to try your check now. So go ahead and pause here. Remember to multiply both sides by what you're dividing by to get the variable by itself. So if you were to do a problem like this, the first step that you would want to do is change your 4 2/3 to an improper fraction, which is 14/3. Then we would multiply straight across. 14 times 4 is 56. 3 times 1 is just 3. Then we can simplify by dividing. 56 by 3, you would get the solution of 18 2/3. So K equals 18 2/3. All right, so here's our apply problem. Dario is catering a party that serves 5.5-ounce servings of chicken to 12 guests and 5.25-ounce servings of fish to 9 guests. Did Dario serve more total ounces of chicken or fish, and how much more? So to solve a problem like this, we're going to have chicken and fish. So the total amount of chicken divided by 12 would equal 5.5. The total amount of fish divided by 9 would equal 5.25. So you need to solve these two equations to figure out which was more, the chicken or the fish, and then also how much more. So go ahead and try this on your own. Please send me your answers to your apply problem through email and complete your homework online on McGraw-Hill. If you have any questions, please let me know, and have a great day.